Welcome to the Indian Film Festival of Cincinnati in its second virtual edition. I'm Radha Ramachandra. I'm the Executive Director of the Indian Film Festival. This year, we have 60 films, all made in 2020 and 2021. And these films are in the features, the shorts, and the documentary categories. We cover over 15 languages, including English, and all of our films are subtitled in English. And we have close to 20 women directors as well this year. So with us today is the director Abhilash Shetty. He directed the film Koli Taal, which translates into chicken curry. And now this film premiered at the 21st New York Indian Film Festival, after which it was then screened again in Stuttgart, and once again at the 12th Indian Film Festival of Melbourne. Now, Abhilash Shetty is an Indian filmmaker. He's a screenwriter. He's an actor. He started his early career making short films, and these short films did very well. They got a lot of critical acclaim, numerous accolades. And then he decided to make his directorial debut with the Kannada film, Koli Taal. Kannada is the language of that region. Welcome, Abhilash.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rati.
And Abhilash also acted in his movie. So Abhilash, tell the audience a bit about the story.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Yeah. So Koli Taal is a film about missing rooster, and the grandpa, he takes an adventure to find the missing rooster and serve the chicken curry to his grandson before he leaving for the town. So it's like I used a lot of cultural aspects in the film, and I had a very realistic approach to the film. So it's a story of every Western Ghats people. Like it's a very common and simple story, and it's a very light-hearted comedy with like in a satirical film. So I can't reveal the whole story. It's kind of suspense.
So it is. It's a beautiful story. It takes place over a period of 3 years. Where did you get the seed for this idea? And why did you choose the area that you chose?
Yeah, the idea came from my childhood days, because I studied in Navodaya Vidyalaya, which is a boarding school. So I was visiting my grandparents twice in a year. We are not allowed to go out in the boarding school. So whenever I was visiting my grandparents, my grandma, she used to keep on finding rooster for me to make a chicken curry for me. So I just thought what if that that goes missing. So and this story is very very close to me, so that's how it came. I started writing this story in my grandma's house actually. So and I didn't create the word of Koli Taal. It was already there. So I just made few changes, and the writing process, the 3 acts and all. So and another thing that thing is I chose this subject because so this is my first debut film, the first feature film, and I wanted to do something very close to me, and I thought this story is simple, and also I thought it will be it's a kind of it's a replication of my childhood memory
of your childhood. And did your grandmother like the story?
Yeah, she loved it, and she was the first audience to see the film, and she loved it because the Vanaja character, the grandma character, is based on my real grandma. So
really?
she was laughing, she was smiling for every moment in the film. So
yes, so both the senior artists, I think Radha and Kunder, they gave very convincing performances, and I especially liked the way you drew us into the film. You drew us into the kitchen. You drew us into their lives. And I wanted to try and understand how you did that. Was that part of the plan? Was it just cinematography? Was it the way you directed the film? How did we become such a part of that family?
Yeah, the first thing is Radha Ramachandra and Prabhakar Kunder. They were fine artists in Kannada industry, but they're not getting a good major roles in films. But I saw a lot of their films, and I find it their acting is very natural, and they
Mm.
work with like national award winning filmmakers like Girish Kasroli sir and P. Sheshadri.
Mm.
So I thought like then like I approached them like for these roles, and they said okay. Like I just gave the light information of the story. Like they loved it. And coming to the direction part, like I was pre-planned about the cinematography making and the approach, and I
Mhm.
had this little camera, and I was recording my grandma's the activities. So
Oh,
when I was writing, and yeah, there are a lot of reference shots I took, and it was very easy to work with my cinematographer because we already had few footages. And uh, and it was and another thing is like many people are telling the same thing, like we feel like we are in that place
mm.
because we didn't have any background music in the film. And I thought like you can just use the poly and natural ambience of the countryside, so which gives a very realistic feel. So that's how, I mean, sometimes I feel background music uh, decides the genre of the film, and also sometimes it manipulates
Yeah,
the act.
it does.
So
It does.
when we don't have any background music, then acting has to be very powerful. So like
Well, that's very interesting that you say that. And your cinematographer, his name was Swaroop
yeah,
Yashwant,
yeah, Swaroop. Yeah.
and has he done many films like this, or was this?
uh, like we collaborated for a few short films, and this is
Okay,
his debut film as a cinematographer.
I see. Because he used a lot of natural light. It was, the ambience of the Western Ghats really came through.
Mhm.
And I also love that you gave us a look into the lifestyle,
Yeah.
of what of the people out there. So it was really a beautiful film. Thank you for this lovely film. So can you tell us some funny incidents on set, especially with the rooster? There was some.
Yeah, the first thing is like we had to, I mean, we should work with the animals too. Like we have a lot of 15 to 20 chickens
Mm,
in the location, and dog, cat, and cows. So we
mm,
had to manage everything. And apart from that, I was directing and also I was acting, and it was kind of bizarre and moment. I mean, it was kind of nightmare.
mhm.
And the another thing is the dog wasn't friendly with anyone, like uh, with my
Ah,
crew and all. So, and I took it as advantage. So that's how, I mean, and also I said my the other actors, like who are workers, daily
mhm,
wage workers, like
mhm.
at the beginning of the day, I told them just tease the dog so that it can bark at you.
Yeah,
So that's how I trained the dog to bark at them.
to bark at.
And yeah, so
Very interesting.
yeah, those are some moments. And the rooster, like we are not we like some we used to catch the rooster and take a shot. Again, we used to leave that because we don't wanted to hurt the rooster, tying the whole 10 days or 15 days. And it was very funny working with the all actors. And the location we were shooting, we don't have any network, no signal, nothing.
Mm.
So it's all like everybody was, I mean, they were all focusing on only Koli Taal, I mean, the film. So it was like a kind of family. I mean, so I'm glad I worked with them, and so I'm very happy with the results, the
Were your
outcome.
grandparents able to watch the shooting? Is this their home?
Yeah, my grandma watched it. Actually, my grandpa passed away 7 years back. And
So,
yeah, my grandma loved it. She was watching every bit of the shooting. And I mean, they don't know because I mean, like people here think, if you're making a film, you should have big cameras, big lights. and we were shooting in a small, I mean, the camera, and with a very less crew, like hardly 10 to 15 people in the crew. So they are like, I mean, just for a hobby they're doing. I mean, they're not very serious about it.
Yeah, she didn't quite know the impact your film
Yeah,
would.
yeah. So, but it was nice experience. Like once she watched the film and she loved it.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So, what is next for you? What's next on the plate?
Right now I'm writing a crime drama. So, yeah, yes, I'm still in writing in progress. I mean, so it is which is set in Western Ghats again, but with dark humor. We have a little bit of crime. So that's
And
what
it
I'm
doesn't
working on.
involve a rooster this time.
No. But we have another animal this time.
Well, tell the audience why they must see the film.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah. So I mean, when audience watch the film, they will feel. I mean, uh, they feel like they're in the place, and they will recollect. I mean, the childhood memories and the grandparents' love, and I mean, it's a very simple story with no background music, no songs, not a typical Indian film, and we made from heart. I mean, so
Made
that's
it
what.
from the heart, and it showed. It was such a charming film. It really tugged at us, and it talked about. It really showed familial relationships, and we really enjoyed it. And it showed a bit of the culture.
Yeah.
So it was really fascinating. It was a beautiful film. Thank you for making it, Abhilash, and thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, and best wishes to Indian Film Festival of Cincinnati. Like you are doing a great job, showcasing Indian films to the US audience. So that's really amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. And your film is doing very well. It's been
Mhm.
written up in the papers. It's several articles on it. And so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhilash.